We're at the Women in Tech Forum. This is the third year of the forum, bringing in women from the technology sector, millennials, digital natives, digital immigrants like myself, to discuss the issues that we face as women in the industry, in our companies and in the boardroom.
The conversation was really around how do we continue to help women move into technology spaces but stay in technology spaces, because the challenge that most corporates and industry is facing at this point in time is that we lose a lot of women as and when they join technology, they actually leave the business.
Women drop out of the workplace between 20 and 30. Either they're having babies or they lose interest in tech. And tech, if you lose interest in it, is because it's never been explained to you properly, and perhaps people have gone too far ahead and they've absolutely left you behind. So you don't want to feel like a dunce, so you leave the industry. And I don't want amazing women to leave the industry. I want to support them and I want them to stay. I've also noticed with a younger woman that sometimes they just need someone to talk them through the hurdle that they're in at that moment, because they tend to leave because they're in a predicament and they don't know how to get out of it.
To anyone out there who's watching this who feels isolated and alone because you don't feel like there's growth opportunities that exist within the technology space, my plea to you would be to actually speak up. There's so many of us who are struggling with the same issues, but there's such a massive support system that actually exists out there of people who want to help, people who actually want to make sure that we learn from each other so that we can succeed together.
Make yourselves visible, amplify yourselves, be there to work hard within the industry, learn from our experiences, take the courage, take the confidence, approach the seniors in the organization, ask to have a conversation, ask them to be your mentors.
If you get stuck, so if you hit a brick wall the first time that you actually choose to ask for advice and it's not what you thought it would be, please don't give up, please don't quit, because this is actually a journey. The baton is now being given to us. So if we keep quiet and we actually stop because we hit one brick wall, what does that say for young people coming behind us?
And I think it was interesting to see that we all have stories of struggles of navigating this male-dominated industry and how we got to our roles.
I actually started my career in sports sponsorship, but I made a decision to move over to the technology space because it was so exciting and there are so many things happening. But it wasn't an easy move. I had to spend a lot of time educating myself and teaching myself about the technology space in order to be able to operate effectively. One of the key things that I'm particularly passionate about is creating opportunities and succession planning. I think we need to be very intentional about succession planning, and that's something that I specifically look at when I'm building my team. I want as much diversity in my team as possible because the more brains around a table, the better. And also because I want to show people that it's possible to make that transition.
What pleased my heart to a certain degree was the acknowledgement that we do have men in the industry who are actually invested in making sure that we solve the issue that we have. Part of my growth and journey has been supported by both male and female leaders. I'm deeply grateful to Brainstorm BCX Telkom as well as ITWeb for putting this event together. It's been really awesome dialogue around ideas that we've been able to share with one another with regards to what we can actually start doing differently as female leaders in this industry to make sure that we encourage one another and create spaces for us to talk to one another when we experience challenges, because sometimes someone has paid the school fees on your behalf. So mistakes that they have made or lessons that they have learned can actually be shared with you. So this was such an empowering and safe space to actually share what has gone well and what isn't working and what we can do as a collective to actually solve for those issues.
I found this event, it's one event I don't miss because I feel passionate about women in tech, I feel passionate about women in business, plus I feel like I'm sitting with like-minded women. This is about boosting us and not bashing men. It's about boosting the women in the room.
I think what was key was really understanding the importance of having your own board of directors. Having a mentor is somebody who talks to you and guides you. Having a person that can actually talk about you in your absence, and a coach who can actually help you to develop even further.
I wish each and every person that is on this journey, that is in this industry, everything of the absolute best. And I hope that we can have more forums such as this where we can actually engage and meet one another and start solving some of the issues that actually exist, and not just necessarily societal issues, but even technological issues. Like, how do we actually contribute to this journey of the fourth industrial revolution? I look forward to those conversations.
My African dream. Music.